everybody, it's your girl here, Madison J, and I am in another episode of the Madison J Show. But not just another episode, we are in everyone's favorite segment. You know, when I sit down with one of my soul sisters, do this, Nick, soul sisters. And we just talk. We talk about life, we talk about wellness, we talk about everything that comes to mind. Yes, that is right, guys. We are in a live segment of Sisters in Spirit SIS panel. And today I have none other than the extraordinary, phenomenal, can I say bootylicious? Is that a good one? Can we say bootylicious? No, you
little booties matter.
Booties matter. Bootylicious.
Anybody today come in and little booties matter, all that good shit. Yeah.
The extraordinary Nikki Phillips. How are you doing today, girl?
I'm great, sissy.
I missed you.
I missed you more.
Listen, guys, when I say this woman here is absolutely remarkable, we started in this game together.
We did.
We did. It's been a journey.
It's
been a long...
Over 10 years, actually.
And it's been a process. So tell the people out there a little bit about yourself, your narrative, and how you got into being, you know, an international supermodel.
Oh, a little bit, but I don't even know where to start. This is hard for me.
How did you grow up? Tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into modeling, and how did you know that that was your calling?
Ooh, I didn't know it was my calling. It just became something that I did. Every time it was time for me to stop, somebody would call me and say, "Hey, I got this really big opportunity for you," and it made me feel like that was the call that I was waiting for forever. And this is one of the calls. Like, so those are. For me, the universe telling me that you're on the right track, please don't stop. And as soon as you feel like you're going to stop, the universe will give you like...
It's like, nah, bro, pick it back up. Pick it back up.
Yeah.
So, Nikki, you Vogue, Italiana, MTV, and I think just about any publication in New York that thrives in this business, you've been either affiliated or branded with them. So let's talk a little bit about that. You said this wasn't your calling, but when you look back, you start to, so West African proverbs is COSCIA and Kofu. When you look, you could connect the dots looking back, not forward. Google it, guys. But you could connect the dots looking back, not forward. And in this process, like you said, with the universe, every single time you wanted to give up, every single time, it was something that just drew you in. And me, I resonate with that because with spiritual journalism, it's been a process. Nikki knows me from back when I was doing entertainment, gossip, journalism.
Yes.
It's been a process. Like the first celebrity interviews to both of us actually transitioning, because that's one thing that I really want to touch on. You see the crystals on my neck, on Nikki's arms. That is one of the biggest essence of this business. Let's talk a little bit about your spirituality and how has that grounded you, and what's like your favorite attribute of spirituality?
It's hard to answer that because I've always been spiritual before I knew it was spiritual.
I like that.
So now it's just connecting the dots with the people that are like-minded, and then they make things make sense. The things that didn't make sense before, when I meet them, when I see them, it's like, this is why I chose this color, this is why I chose this crystal, this is why I chose this path. And then you meet people that are like your soul tribe. So it's really hard to explain. Spirituality isn't for everyone. But it finds its place with the people it's supposed to be with. It's hard to explain.
So I think that religion,
right?
Because that's one thing.
It's very touchy.
Religion's a very touchy topic, and it's also a choice.
Yes.
You choose, I believe, you choose your religious foundation, and spirituality is the thread that brings the acceptance of all diverse religions and it's the foundation of love. Does that help?
A little bit.
See, Nikki being camera shy today with the interview, because when we were talking, I don't know why she acting like this for y'all. Like, she's not talking about it. But you know what? People are reserved when it comes to that topic. What's your favorite crystal?
Rose quartz.
This why we sisters. Why is rose quartz your favorite?
It's really big for me, for self-care, because I was always the person that took care of other people. And that was really hard for me to take care of myself. I felt like the bad guy, putting myself first. But the only way that I could become who I am is to put myself first. If your cup is empty, how are you going
You can't
to,
fill anything else up.
you know, feed anyone? Anything, you can't. I ended up in the hospital.
You know, that's usually what happens to a lot of people, because that happened to me too. A lot of people that put others before them. So was that like a transitional moment for you?
Yes, it actually was recently, 4 months ago. I was admitted into the hospital for 14 days, and they diagnosed me with bipolar 1. But I'm using my crystals instead of my medication. So
I love you, and I love that you just said that, because one of the things that I'm really big on is healing organically. I love how you said your crystals are the medications, because medications are drugs. The crystals are minerals from the earth. And the rose quartz, since that's our favorite, the rose quartz is the crystal for love. And my rose quartz, which is right here, this was the first one that found me in this lifetime. And that's usually the first crystal that finds you at that breaking point.
My first rose quartz. My first.
Then it brings the rest of your crystals to
Yes.
you. So I think, guys, that's actually a tip for people out there. If you're getting into crystals, the first one, and it's a feminine energy. So guys, if you want to tap in, and it's going to empty you before it fills you up. So it's a process. You're going to be emotional. You're going to, but it helps you heal, and it helps you heal your mental health. Let's talk a little bit about that. How important is mental health to you?
Oh, since I've been diagnosed, very. I was already on the spiritual path, but you also have to be very careful about the people that you interact with, because if they're mentally ill, or if they're around a lot of negative energy, your energy can be
Tainted. That's a good word.
So you have to protect yourself. You have to be very careful about that, and that also can affect your mental illness.
And I don't like the word illness, because I don't think there's
It's not
a good terminology. I would say it was
bipolar is actually a genius.
That's what I was going to say. A lot of creatives, like you guys have already been introduced to a few of my personalities, but a lot of creatives, there's no line between genius and insanity. There's all geniuses dabble into insanity, because how can you be sane creating a reality that doesn't exist?
That's why I couldn't take my medication, because it blocked me from my creativity. And that's not natural.
It's not natural.
Because when I create, I heal.
I love you. I love you.
I can't heal if I can't create.
Exactly.
So.
And protection. Because we both have this one too, tourmaline, black tourmaline. Any black stone is for protection, but that tourmaline, let's talk, what has the tourmaline done for you? And we both have it. Let's show them again, since we showed them the rose quartz.
Water all fuckboys. Yeah.
Well,
let's just say, if the person's intentions are not pure, they won't even approach you. They won't come near you. They won't know how to approach you, because their shit is off.
right. And that could also happen, and it may not even be them. It could be the people they're around tainting their energy. So if you
And they have no idea.
They have absolutely no idea. But then also, that's a good reason why you can have a tourmaline stone separate, because you have to set intentions to your stones. So if you get one, and they work better when you touch your skin, that's why we have them on our skin. But if you have a separate one, use it as a prayer magnet to pray for the people you love, to help release them so that they can find their transitional state of spirituality.
So don't sleep on the prayers, because it works.
Hello, somebody. You better say that again. Prayer
I
is
also have
powerful.
obsidian. How do
I
you
have-
feel about that? You have that too. It's my sister.
See, but you know what? What I've realized is a lot of people, and you know, when because I did start in media, like you started with modeling, but everyone's really spiritual, but a lot of people don't talk about it. And that's kind of how I got into spiritual journalism, because we would have these conversations with every major,
but never
on camera. But somehow, I'm the one pulling it out of everybody.
Yes.
The most uncomfortable conversation.
And this is the perfect person to do it. The perfect she's the spiritual gangsta.
Hey, that's
she taught me some things.
Listen.
Yeah.
We teach each other, because that's what a soul tribe is for. Now, Nikki, you a supermodel. We got to get into the fashion. What are you wearing? Let's talk about the hair, because you look fabulous.
Thank you.
What you got on, girl?
What do I have on? I have this dress by Talit Singh.
Mm-hmm.
He opened a store in Brooklyn. He also has 5 more chains in other states. So shout out to Talit Singh. Shout out to shoelimitless.com. She's my shoe sponsor. These are the dorks. And my hair is by Chloe Styles.
Oh, did you see how she turned around like a model? Like, yes, honey. In the back of the head. You can do that too. So what advice, wrapping this up, we touched on so much. What advice would you give anyone walking into modeling?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
We're talking about crystals, and I was adorned by Sacred Healing Tunes. Sacred Healing Tools.
Mm.
She adorned me with Organite, and I forgot this one. She thinks it's for me, so thank you.
You know what? This is gonna mold people, and this is gonna change a lot of lives. And I just want to say, before I ask you the last question, thank you. One, this topic is not easy for anyone, and for people to come in to my audience and give not just their advice, but to give their energy so purely, it means a lot to me. And this is not an easy topic. You know, I sit down with a lot of people in the industry come to me for spiritual stuff. That's what I do. But people doing it publicly, it's very different.
Yeah.
And you know, we all have spiritual gifts, and just you taking the time out to do this is, we're not about to do this. We're not about to do this.
Well, I'm talking about it because it saved my life. It
Right.
healed me. Like, I've been out of the hospital for 4 months now, and I have not been readmitted. So I'm very grateful.
And these are the tools that have helped you heal naturally,
Yes.
instead of being put on medications that deteriorate you from your creativity.
I actually, the only way I was able to leave the hospital was to either take the medication orally or by an injection. I actually got the injection. It was in my system for 3 months, and it changed me. So I'm still getting myself back. The crystals have helped with that. So that's why it's really dear to me to share.
I love you. I love your spirit, and this is going to help so many people who are transitioning out of that. You are a healer, and you are a powerful being of love, and I just want you to know that. And I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you, Nikki. I really, really am. So what advice, anyone with a mental condition, because I don't like the word illness, it's no such thing. So a mental condition who find themselves different, because I also have epilepsy, but that's another topic for another day.
Girl!
Listen, we gonna...
Girl, I got asthma.
Listen.
I'm having an attack right now because I'm excited. Usually I couldn't breathe when I was talking. It's because I was having an attack. I left my pump home and kind of breathe easy.
So what advice would you give to someone who is a creative or a model, and they have a condition that makes them feel like they're different and they're having troubles owning that?
Embrace that motherfucker.
Hey.
Excuse my French.
No.
French.
Go ahead,
Excuse
girl.
that motherfucker. Embrace it. That's what makes you who you are. Like, I thought I wanted to cry when I was diagnosed, but then you look up bipolar, it means genius. So what the fuck? Embrace it.
You better talk to somebody.
Einstein was a genius. Embrace it.
Yes.
Embrace it.
Yes.
That's all.
Your uniqueness is what makes you you. Your spirituality is what makes you you. Your conditions are what make you you. And sharing your story helps people who are going through similar conditions embrace their creative side. So, Nikki, thank you so much. If people wanted to follow you, how could they keep in contact with you?
Find me on Instagram at Nikki Phillip, NIKKIPHILIP, and also MPT Studio, where we transform people's lives. MPT Studio means Nikki Phillip Transformation, because we transform the girls, we transform the kids, we transform the cancer patients, we transform the domestic violence cases. We do it all, and
she's a healer. Told you. She didn't even give you that in the beginning. I didn't even know all of that in the beginning. But you guys, please.
We got a lot going on.
Yes, please keep up with my soul sister. And thank you so much for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Madison J Show. We'll be right back after this commercial break. What?
I'm a healer. She's a reader because I never told her that. Boom.
Look, we're going to use that as a promo. So thank you guys so much again for tuning into the Madison J Show. Another episode of Sisters in Spirit. And we will be right back after this commercial break.